Hello and welcome to this week's Comic of the Week, presented by Grade 5. This week we're going to talk about The Death of Superman trade paperback. Now that I have vanquished the Weeb invaders from this channel, I would like to talk about a very important issue, not just for me, but for comic book history in general. That is this: Superman, the icon, the example, the big Boy Scout, the Man of Steel, the Man of Tomorrow. Dead. They killed him. He's done. 1, 2, 3. Out. Bam. So the reason why I picked the trade paperback is because this was an issue which was Superman number 75, where it had the actual death of Superman, and everybody wanted to get their hands on, and I mean everybody. There was people who never collected comics who wanted this book because, oh my God, it's going to be worth so much money later on in life. Oh my God, that didn't happen because they brought him back a year later and it just made it kind of worthless. At one point, I think the book got up to about $500 for value, but like I said, it deteriorated over time because that's what happens when you kind of devalue what the death of a character is. But the reason why I have to talk about trade paperback was because I could not get a hold of issue number 75 because it was sold out everywhere. But DC, and I will say this was actually a good move on their part, they released the trade paperback of the entire story about a week later. So you were able to get your hands on the story and get, see the actual death of Superman. And even the trade went up in value. That hardly ever happens. I believe at one point the trade paperback was worth about $150, $200. And that's kind of ridiculous. I know I usually don't talk about values of comics and stuff like that, but the reason I'm bringing it up here is because this was a pivotal event in comics. This is the marketing of DC saying we need to do something huge and big to get people to buy comics, and it's like, all right, well, Superman, kill him. Who needs him? Dead man. Dead man walking. You could put a little Undertaker thing here with him coming out on his motorcycle. But no, to the trade itself, it goes through like all the whole lead up to Superman and Doomsday fighting. Some side story stuff, kind of wrapping up some stories Superman had been involved in previous issues, the whole time foreshadowing that Doomsday was coming. And then you got the Justice League, who at this time, let's be honest, this Justice League team was absolutely worthless. There was no Batman, there was no Wonder Woman, I was going to say no Martian Manhunter, but technically there was, because there's a guy in the Justice League named Bloodwind, and it's just Martian Manhunter pretending to be Bloodwind. Just whatever. It's there. Meh. And they had Maxima, and they had so they had like maybe one heavy hitter, maybe two with Guy Gardner, but who cares, this Guy Gardner. By the way, one of the coolest images in this whole thing is fucking Doomsday curb stomping Guy Gardner. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, in all honesty. It was great. But like I don't want to dwell too much on those backstories. I want to get to the actual issue itself. And I will give this credit, the art and the theme and the tone of this book. They really felt the desperation and the finality that was coming from this. I mean, everybody knew Superman was going to die in this before it ever came out. I mean, this was a couple months in the making because we didn't have internet and things like that as prominently back in the day. So, but we, through trades and things like that and whatnot, people knew it was coming. And even then, it still had heady weight to it because, holy crap, you've just taken a character that had been around for over 50 years and you killed him off. And I'll give them credit. They sent him off with a blaze of glory because he was literally, in this book, he's all like, it's me or him, and I have to give it everything I've got, or, we're not, that's it. It's over. Metropolis is gone. There's nothing else in the world that can stop him. And they did it. He did it. He beat the bad guy. He beat Doomsday. But the emotion afterward, just those two last panels at the end, that's like, wow. Just Lois crying, what's left of the Justice League in the background, heads bowed. It was a powerful moment. But then it didn't matter because a year later they brought him fucking back. So whatever. And in the in the in-between time, they bring back fucking 4 Supermen to try to take his place. And I think everybody kind of knew that those Supermen were not Superman, but hey, whatever. Like I said, devalued the whole thing, killed them off. I mean, they were going to bring them back at some point anyway. I mean, this is during the same time period you had that, and then I think Nightfall happened right after that, where Batman got his back broke, and oh my God, Bruce Wayne will never be Batman again. Oh, come on, guys. You know they're never going to get rid of Batman. Come on. It's whatever. But yeah, that's about all you could say about this story. It's a good one. It had the right impact. I'll give it that. And hopefully, if you get a chance, find a trade paperback of it and check it out, because I do recommend reading the story. As hokey as some of the stuff is, because we're talking about early 90s and all that good stuff. So I would say, at the very least, give it a try. Check it out. And that's it for this week's Comic of the Week. If you'd like, please comment and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you could, check us out on Twitter at @GradedPoint5. And if you wish to contribute so we can make more of these videos in a more timely manner, please check us out on Patreon at @GradedPoint5. Thank you, and roll out.